All right, week 6, San Francisco 49ers against the Cleveland Browns. San Francisco is favored by 5. I really don't know why it's only by 5. I will be taking San Francisco and the points. So when I come up here to the upper left, let's see, I'm going to go and switch to that. San Francisco is favored, has an 83% chance of winning. That correlates to about a 12-point spread. And then when you come over here, so again, that's just a correlation, probability, and then just a calculation. When you start looking at the raw numbers, just in the matchup, is it saying that in the model, San Francisco has a median score of 19 versus a 7-point median for Cleveland. I would actually expect that when we come down here, when we look at the Bayesian adjustment, is it saying, yeah, we've been kind of a moderate, an intermediate level of underestimating. The model has been underestimating San Francisco just a little bit. And so I would think that they would probably be closer to this 27 or above. Meanwhile, I think Cleveland is probably going to be somewhere between that 7 to 14 point spread. And again, the confidence interval here, they don't overlap. So the low here and the high here, they don't overlap. So it's saying that in the model, there is a very clear difference between who the winner is going to be. And so then when I come down here and just look at the rankings, one thing I'll say is San Francisco is solid all the way around. Anyone who watched the game Sunday Night Football last night is going to say they're a solid team. They manhandled Dallas in every way, shape, or form. Cleveland, they definitely have a strong defense for sure. That can certainly hold down that scoring attack from San Francisco. But again, the San Francisco, they've got just such a robust offensive attack. That's why it is showing that San Francisco should win by more than that 12.5 point spread that is correlated up here. So let's go over to the performance charts. So one thing I'll point out is uh, Cleveland is definitely a balanced team. One thing I will point out is Deshaun Watson is still showing up questionable on the injury report. I do find it odd that he basically pulled himself out of, I think, the last couple of games. Meanwhile, I think the doctor said, no, you're fine. So I don't really know what's going on there. Things like that aren't good for the locker room either. But then let's come on over here to the right. Cleveland, if I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm seeing all those sacks. I'm probably not feeling confident about getting in there either. Meanwhile, you come over here, they're doing a lot better job of protecting Brock Purdy, not throwing interceptions, whereas you can't say that over here for Cleveland. And if Cleveland is going to be playing DTR, anyone who watched UCLA knows that DTR is extremely athletic, but he's trying to push the limits and oftentimes puts that ball into places where it's extremely at risk, leading to fumbles and interceptions. I think he's only played 1 or 2 games, so I'm not surprised. I don't think that's impacted that much, but Deshaun Watson does a lot of the same thing. The big thing over here is Cleveland has had no explosiveness. In San Francisco, not a lot, but they're just so consistent all the way across the board. So you've got Christian McCaffrey, who's going to pound the ball, he's going to catch the ball. You've got some phenomenal receivers, just a whole blend of them out there. And they're just gonna, San Francisco is going to take what you give them, and they're very consistent. They're going to, the defense is going to hold and give the ball back to their offense, who's just going to be very consistent. And again, we saw that last night. So anyhow, if you like what you listen to, like and subscribe, and drop me a note. Thank you.